Now, here are your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Franti.
Happy New Year, Happy New Year, and welcome back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS, and welcome back to the Vault. That's right, our new custom-built studios right here at Cherry Creek. I guess it's called the Vault Media Studios, and we're very excited to be back with you and excited to start the year off with a bang. And, of course, we're doing that with one of our most popular guest experts, Mr. Louis Esbin, our debt doctor himself, back in the house. Welcome aboard.
Hey, thank you very much, Don. It's good to be back.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you.
All right.
Happy and healthy and prosperous.
We're going to talk over the music the entire time, evidently.
Okay.
Maybe we'll get Peter to start mellowing that out for us. Thank you, Peter. And Happy New Year to you, Peter. Happy New Year to Shannon, our producer extraordinaire, and of course AP production, Mr. Furman back there trying his best to make us look good. Good luck, buddy.
He keeps improving the cameras. I don't think that's going to do it.
Hey, Happy New Year, Gino.
Oh, Happy New Year, Don. In fact, I was wondering, I asked somebody the other day, I just saw him a couple days ago in the hallway. I go, oh, hey, Happy New Year. And I go, I wonder how long we could say that for.
January 31st.
Oh, is that official?
I figured that out.
That's why you
long
brought
time
in
ago.
the attorney.
Okay, good, because he said, it's really cool when you throw it out in September.
Well, it
We're just
depends
a little
upon when you
slow.
see somebody.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm hoping it's a Happy New Year all year long.
that's right.
I don't want to just be happy until January 31st.
Yeah. Happy, healthy, and prosperous is what I like to say.
That's
There you
right.
go.
Hey, that's the theme of our show.
Right, guiding
that's
you to
good.
personal and financial wellness
Yeah.
every single Thursday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m.
And I'm telling you out there, this year is going to be our best year yet. We have aligned so many great professionals, so many great topics, so much information that you are going to be smarter, more aware, and happier than ever, because we're going to help you put your financial house in order, your personal house in order. And that's going to happen right here every Thursday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on the Don Gino Real Estate and Finance Show.
And if you can't stay in your car, the best way to join us is on our website at donandgino.com, where you can watch, chat, and listen with us live. And you can chat with Miss Shannon, who's logged in as guest 12 today.
But not while you're driving.
Yes.
Yeah.
The attorney disclaimer.
Dun, dun, dun.
Totally. So, this year, do us a favor. Get more involved. Ask those questions, or just give us a hard time. We like that. We do that amongst ourselves. I know we don't need a whole lot of help, but we'd love you to get more involved. Again, donandgino.com. donandgino.com. Click on the Listen Chat Live button, and boom, you are going to visit us in the vault, because that'll give you the keys to the vault.
I like that.
Hey, you like that? Isn't that cool? Speaking of the vault, we could start off a little bit. Of course, we'll give our word on wealth. We'll give you an update. What the heck is going on in the financial world these days?
Well, it's interesting, that the start of the new year, right? Repositioning. The last couple weeks of the year are so weird when it comes to financials. Almost everything's done for tax purposes and not really investment purposes. So we talked a little bit about that with Chris Ingram and how you reallocate your portfolio to make sure that you do different tax strategies. So it's interesting to see how the year starts and what the stock market's going to do, being that right before the end of the year we broke all-time highs.
Well, and you're all prepared for that. I mean, every year, pretty much the last quarter, stocks usually do pretty well. So it's easy to ride that high. And then it's funny, now that we're at the beginning of the new year, we're seeing a little worrisome. Everybody's not quite sure what direction we're going. It changes every day. We have one day up 120, the next day down 60. So we're not quite sure. We may have to do something that's weird. Look at technicals.
Yeah, I know. We haven't had it. It's been very emotional. The markets have
Exactly.
been very emotional now for 2 or 3 years. It's just been news-based. Every time somebody makes a comment, I would say it just takes somebody smart to say something stupid, and all of a sudden the market rallies or the market crashes. Or it doesn't take much to be a catalyst for the market in the world of media that we have now, where everything spreads in seconds.
Well, when you think about it, the market has been on a methadone drip now, for the last
That's a good way
5
to put it.
years. That's filled with QE.
Yeah.
So if you take a little bit off, anytime you've got someone who's got a substance abuse problem, and you start to a little bit of withdrawals, they're going to start twitching all over the place.
That's a good way to put it. If you recognize that voice, of course, it's Mr. Louis Esbin with Esbin Law, our debt doctor and financial attorney who has shared a lot of great information on our show, and a good friend of ours. And also, Lou, we're going to have a lot of fun with America's Professional Resource Group this year.
We're going to rock and roll on the APRG.
Yeah, we've been talking to you about this for quite some time, and it's a massive project. And the reason it just hasn't popped out is because we are raising the bar on professionalism and assistance in every area of your aspect of life in any way, shape, or form. We are making sure we're aligning ourselves with the very best of the best, such as Lou Esbin and Esbin Law.
Yep.
We have, Jim Reap with Reap Rickett, I think the best family law practice in Santa Clarita. Chris Ingram, he's our financial planner. Carlos Villalobos, almost 30 years experience in insurance. Scott Zimmerman, who's going to handle long-term care and insurance services.
How
He's got
important is what
20
he's
years
doing right now with everything with the Obamacare changes? And
Exactly.
It's right. His job right now is incredibly difficult. Lots of changes. In fact, we're in the mortgage industry going through lots of changes. And in fact,
No.
no, none of those. Yeah.
Nothing going
Yeah, it's
on.
almost like we get kicked in the shin so hard. I have to wear little shins, those little
Oh,
shin
mine are numb.
protectors.
Mine are numb. They just kick them like, bring it on.
Yeah, in fact, tomorrow is the first day where QM, Qualified Mortgage, actually takes place. And it is built to protect you, but ultimately it makes life very difficult to get a mortgage. So if you've tried to get a mortgage in the last few months, it just got a little bit harder, just a few more questions to answer, a little more paperwork, 2 more blood samples, 1 urine sample, and you're good.
And they did the new QM as of tomorrow. We have to get your firstborn. Now, it's funny, I say that, but don't line up at the door.
Don't drop them all off here.
Yeah, don't drop them all going, this one kind of annoys me anyways.
See, and it's this subject that you guys are so great about bringing up. Talked about the stock market. That's what the pundits on Wall Street like to talk about. But it's this base level, this in the trenches information that needs to be used to filter through all of that noise. So what effect is this QM going to have?
Well, it's hard to determine what the ultimate effect will be, but I think what it does is it makes, unfortunately, in our industry, there's a lack of training. There really is a lack of training. In fact, anybody that's a mortgage lender that works at a bank is not licensed. They don't have to pass the state licensing exam.
I didn't think banks need to be licensed to do anything.
Pretty much. They have this
Yeah.
all-encompassing
Carte
master
blanche,
license.
whatever they want. Well,
They pay their
money.
lobbyists well.
Yes, they do. And so, unfortunately, what happens is they don't give great advice because they're not skilled enough to, and sometimes they put people in mortgages that they shouldn't.
Right.
So what we're doing is we're making sure that they have the ability to repay is one of these guidelines that we're all looking at now.
Isn't that something that I've been speaking to for
Since you've
how
been
many
on our
years?
show.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Affordability?
Yeah, well, as our debt doctor and one that helps out those who get in financial troubles, meaning you are one of the very few certified bankruptcy specialists in all of California, and which puts you on a whole nother level. I mean, you train others, which is great to have you on our show because you know your stuff. And if you, we're gonna have to go. We'll go into that in the next 3 segments about how Lou can help you now that you probably ran up all your debt for the holidays. Ho ho ho! And now it's time to pay.
Now
we're
it's
oh yeah, we're from ho 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 to oh.
And an OWE.
Yes. So, okay, do not go away. You're listening to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. We have Lou Esbin with Esbin Law, our debt doctor, Gino Franti, Don Gatling, and the whole crew here in the vault. Going to share with you some great information to get your 2014 kicked off in the right direction when we come back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show.